Hey, Happy New Year from Dr. Anarchy X. I don't really make a lot of videos about this game anymore, me here and there. Um, there's really not a lot left for me to do. I'll help some of my friends out on here if they need it. I run with a few people. I'm okay with that. What I really don't like about this game is a lot of things. God mode. Permanent off radar. Permanent off radar stacked with God mode. God mode vans. Why is this in the game? These people are mentally disturbed. They think they're good. To get kills like this, glitches beyond belief. This game will never have an official PvP tournament, ever. This game's not all about PvP either. Um, there's also different people on here that play for different reasons, with various physical and mental handicapped issues going on. Mentally, like handicapped, physically handicapped. So making money is an essential part of the game also. But you can see here I'm ranked 1,187. This rank after I don't know exactly what level, 130, it does not do nothing for you. This is probably like the second best game I've played in a way. But I haven't played a lot of games because I usually don't game unless there's something wrong with me. Um, it does nothing for me. There's way better games that used to be out. I'm not going to mention it. It was a free game. You actually didn't pay for it, and you had skills, and it was based in Viking era, and it did involve land, sea, PvP. There's no KD, nothing like that, but it went far beyond that. There was many things to do. Like I said, it was a free game, but you had to build up your skills. If you're going to use a sword, your skill level had to match with the sword where you were using. Like if you were level 35 at sword, you couldn't use a level 70 sword. Your character itself didn't have a level, but the different skills that you obtained or wanted to do um, had levels. And like if you were timbering, you'd have to build it up so you could get like level 10 or 12 timber. And that was used in different things like shipbuilding. And there were shipbuilders, there was fishing. You didn't have to PvP, if you didn't want to. And there are also ports that did not have PvP. Only, different places uh, had like different ports were different, and you had guilds, and there was not this feature like in this game, like online. You could I'm gonna invite only. You could kick a player out of a lobby. I think that needs to go if they do another GTA 6. I think they need their own servers, um, dedicated servers. Get rid of the kick feature. Because that game never had a kick feature. You couldn't kick somebody. If you didn't like what was going on or you couldn't handle it, then you went to another port or another area of the map. Which the map, I will say, was the world. It was a large map, so I would be wanted a lot uh, by different countries, and I could go and hang out in Asia if I wanted to avoid capture. And they had prison. Okay, there were ways around going to prison, which I figured out. That was like for murdering another player, basically. Um, and when you went to prison, it wasn't like on Bad Sport on here, where you just go in a Bad Sport lobby, log on, and the timer kicks down. You had to literally be if you had 2 days in prison, it was 2 real days, not game days, and you had to be literally logged in for 2 days to get out of prison, unless you were strong enough to escape. And oh yeah, it's plates from when I used to be Harold Balls. On this Luxo. And there was no duping of anything, none of this. There were you had different tiers of skills. If you wanted to go to phase two, um, you'd have you could do five like that, and then when you went to phase three skills, you'd either have to buy something online to do that, or somebody else would buy it online, and you could actually there was trade between players. Um, if I had a treasure map and I wanted to help out a friend, which I played with real life friends, I could set up a little stand with no one else around and sell them like a treasure map for 1 coin, which was easy to get. And then they get this little treasure, and then you could be, Royal Highness. You start out, basically as a peasant, I believe. I don't remember the exact things. I was pirate nationality at one point. And they had like guilds, which are sort of like crews. They weren't as toxic as they are in this game. The ones I hang around now, I don't consider them toxic. Some might, but I really don't. It was actually, you had to work together. And I was co-leader, basically, of the #1 powered guild in the game. And problem was we were really small, but that was okay. Because I trusted the people I was around and with, because I actually knew them. And many thought of us as a joke, but we could go in, and we've had guilds much stronger than us. They would lose their ports to us. But the problem was we weren't big enough to actually own the port, but they still lost it, and people were pissed. But that wasn't what it was all about. It was about you had to work together. So I was #1 in power. I should say we were, for a reason. There was actually working together. We weren't demeaning of one another. I figured out how to build it up really fast, really quick, because there were actual guides on how to do this, sort of, and just messing around and trying different things. You could pull a guild salary, and I found out, hey, everyone just needs to pull the guild salary, donate it back to the guild. When I set the guild up, I set it up. It still might even be in existence. I'm not in the game anymore, but there's problems with all games. But turn that money back in, and you could get like different papers on like the 2x experience, and it would last for say half an hour. These papers, and no matter what you were doing, sailing, farming, mining, fist fighting, beasts, animals, you know, that's what the 2x was. You could switch. Didn't matter. Did not matter. Again, the vehicles you even used were based on your skill levels. You could not be a level 1 trader sitting in a ship that was meant for somebody with level 80 or 100 trading skills. And the game was a lot better than this. In the game, actually they hosted their own events every week, sometimes multiple times a week. Like, you could go and practice your different skills like sword or axe. I was an axe man. And you'd practice on these NPC beasts. I did have some guild member attacked in one of them. We took revenge, and it was kind of cool. And then it was done and over with. I had multiple characters. I even had like a miner that would go into Cape Town where King Kong resided. And yeah, it was a beast you tried to beat. When you first got in the game, you ain't gonna beat him. And I had a pet I had to feed to keep alive. And if I got attacked by another player or other beast, it would guard me. So I could literally go AFK if I wanted to overnight with special clothes, because you can also make clothes in the game. There's just so much to do. and mine with the pet and have the pet being fed in intervals. And yeah, so if you're a friend of mine on here, well, we're not all really friends, but some of you consider more of a friend than our acquaintances. But there were some really bad times in this game, and I need to really clean out my friends list some more. Um, but yeah, I hope they do something a lot different than they've been doing. I don't know what else they can really do. I mean, this might just be it, and it's over with. Uh, there's not a lot left to do, and like I said, just try to be respectful of others. But that's not going to happen because you got trolls out there, and you get in a fight, and oh, this guy he's great. Well, yeah, too bad you have a. I'm not knocking anybody that actually has it because I know some people that have it. Force speed, run. Well, how can I beat you in a sniper battle? How can I beat you when I'm my age? I'm not that bad. In my opinion, I'm above average, but I'm not the best either. You know, and I know that. But like, and even I'm going. Rockstar, the support is it's a joke. They're very undermining to people. I don't care if I get slammed. I brought something to their attention, and they just treated me like I was some kind of idiot. And I had already said I know what I needed to do to get this, and I did it and didn't get it. And I'm like, I don't really appreciate you talking to me like this when I'm a continued supporter of your game. Why would you talk to a future customer like this? And then all of a sudden they changed their demeanor towards me. And yeah, and I'm not siding with anybody on anything because even the grinding crews are really the most toxic crews on this game, man. Because I've been in a lot of them, and not so much SSYN. I thought they were alright, but it went. I'm not going to mention names anymore. But like, I don't want to ruin your time. If you thought your time was good in these crews, but you don't need to be treated like a jackass or some kind of slave whipping boy and all that crap. And nah. So with that, I am going to spin the wheel and see what I get, and I'm going to get off. And Happy New Year's, everybody. And that's just my thoughts. But a new game needs to really happen. Something different. And nerfing the MK2, in my opinion, was just dumb. After 4 years, you just can't go back and start messing with stuff. I mean, I don't mind it was, but it was still just dumb. Because there's a lot of people out there that are just MK2 griefers. That was good. They got rid of it. That because it stopped a lot of it, not really, but enough for now. Happy New Year.